Hey everyone, welcome to the Drop Zone. I'm glad you could be here. This is for the Pink Panther drop. We are all excited about this, I hope. We got special guest Fro Ecomi. Fromi, how are you doing today? And we've also got Mo Knows. We are ready to take on the drop. What's going on, Fromi?
Hey, thanks. Hey, I'm doing well. Hope you guys are doing well as well.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
yeah, thanks for coming on. I'm dragging here a little bit this morning, but I'll get my pace up here. Bob Sales is in the house. We got Ronnie Lido. Thank you guys for coming by. Yeah, I'm still deciding what I want to do on this drop. I definitely want to get one. I definitely would like to get animated and sound. From me, what do you think? What are you going to do? Are you going for this? You're going to get in the aftermarket. What is the thing you want to do here?
Yeah, I'm a sucker. I'm going for it. That's just me though.
I
30
mean,
gems.
I feel like it's worth it. It's 30 gems, right? Like what's the worst? So if it goes to 10 gems and you don't get the goal, you don't get the SR, it's not a huge deal. But so I'm still debating. We got the poll up. Let's see who we got Kid Arcade in the house. What's going on? Big A, Sugar Shane 420, the biggest bro. So let's ask the other content creators out there, the biggest bro and Kid Arcade. What are you guys doing on the drop today? And Mo, let's go to you, man. What are you doing?
Fuck me, man. Let's go to the man of the hour, Mr. Fromy, brother. We didn't come here to talk to me. We came here to talk to the Fromy. Mr. Fromy, how's life been, man? How's seeing your work over there in the VeVe verse? You've been putting up some teasers, trying to get us all excited, and you it's working. It's working.
You saw that. You saw that,
Oh,
huh?
I see it. I trust me. A lot of times when people tag me, I'm like, oh, what kind of crypto coin scam is this that people want me, every day, or I get like 10 of them. And I see Fromy, I'm like, Fromy's not hitting me with a scam. Let's see what he's got. Every day, man. I love it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you as always. Like I said, coming on, hanging out. So, what's been on in your world, man? How's things going?
Same old, man. Just real busy. Just trying to keep up. I'm playing the juggling act right now. My in real life job. Uh, trying to just beta test in the VV verse and just kind of spreading the word with everyone else, getting on other content creators, channels, and just hanging out, having a good time, man.
Can you what can you tell us about the Viviverse? Like, what are you allowed to tell us? You want to kind of go over what you can tell us, what's happened? I know probably a lot of people have already heard it, but I'd love to hear it again.
Yeah. Yeah, what would you like to know? Like, I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I mean,
I want
maybe
to know: does it change your faith in VeVe? Does it redirect your faith in VeVe to think that we're on the right path? That's my main question
good
about the
question.
VeVe verse.
Good question, Mo. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's a game changer. It's as far as I know, it's the only platform out there that's doing anything like that, where you can go in and literally create your own world and your own space. Um, and with licensed um, IPs, digital collectibles that you can interact with, kind of like just move around, put them in showrooms, showcases, display pieces on the wall. There's so many things you can create and do. It's just mind blowing of all the the vaults, or I should say showrooms, that I've been visiting from other beta testers that are just out of this world, man. Like the Vaultaholics, those guys, holy smokes! Every time
I
I get
could
invite,
imagine. Yeah, could
yeah,
imagine.
oh,
We
man.
got
I'm
oh,
sorry.
go
Oh no, I was just gonna say that if you think the stuff that you saw now that they put out was really good, like, oh man, it's multiply that by like 100. And I'm not even exaggerating. So when you see them release their photos and videos, then you'll fully understand. Oh, that's what Fro was talking about. Holy smoke, that's next level stuff. But yeah,
which
it. I'm sorry.
it's definitely so. What's it like interacting with other people? Because I feel like that's the big thing is being able to communicate with other people in the Viviverse, not just like seeing stuff. What is that like?
Yeah, so that's the whole goal, I think, is just to get um to interact with other you know I guess users um on the app. Like we can all go to like your VeVeverse home and hang out, you, me, and Mo. And if you were to put on like one of the games, we can all just hang out in your home and live stream one of the football games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or maybe a
So,
drop stream.
yeah, even a drop stream. Yeah, Skin and Bones. I mean, we could watch a rerun, all hang out.
We have a red, white, and blue theme, Skin and Bones, like compound and shit. We could all just hang out and
Ooh,
watch
I like
the stream.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man, America! Now we're
Yeah,
getting fired up.
Yeah. So I think it would change how we interact online with one another, where you can, maybe host parties, get-togethers, gatherings, in your VeVeverse home. So, and then you can chat, talk to one another. I think the interaction part's going to be a game changer, big time, I believe.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's what we want, right? Like we can get all this stuff, like we can communicate, like in chat and stuff, and on live streams. But what you're talking about it does seem like a game changer. It seems like what has to happen to actually make it interesting. And I love the idea of hanging out like in somebody else's house and watching something, a stream or a show or football. I don't know how that works for like copyright stuff, but man, if they could work that out so we could actually do that. That sounds awesome. And it sounds like you're already able to do that. What are there about? You said 50 people, I believe, that are in the beta testing?
Yeah, I'd say around there, like 50 were invited, but I don't think all 50 are actually doing, beta testing like every day.
Yeah, I get that. By the way, we got Dr. Strange in the house. We got Rion in the house. We got about 4 minutes if you want to join the wait list, but you have until 5 minutes till the drop starts to join it. Sorry to interrupt you there, Mo.
I wasn't even talking, but I was going to say something, so you must have been reading my mind. Yeah, I mean, I think the interactivity in the VeVeverse is good. Like I said, game changer, like you were saying, Romy. What I want to know, so like if I'm just hanging out, let's say I get up, I want to decorate my place, my VeVeverse a little bit. Like, is BE just gonna show up at my door and I gotta hide and be like, shh, don't tell him I'm here? Or do they have to they have to be invited? You know what I'm saying? Is it like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer and invite the vampire in type of deal, or can they just show up out of the blue?
No, you're right. You'd have to be invited, so you would have to search BE's username and add him on the invite list and send him an invite. And once he gets it, he'll click on it and he'll join your VeVeverse home space. So, and when he does, you can see him move around your home, go up the stairs, interact. You can actually shadow him. And there's a function where you can just click on shadow, and you'll be right behind BE Mo. So as
this is like every day of my life.
Yeah, it sounds it's a little scary. The big question is, can I steal NFTs from your house? That's the most important.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, like it's as he's walking around, Mo, you're shadowing BE, and if he's looking at a certain collectible that he's not familiar with, you can explain to him, oh yeah, this is the 1/1 comic book cover that I purchased in an auction or something like that. So
see, now we're talking. Now you start. I mean, listen, the VeVeverse has already kind of got me amped up, mainly because I'm a guy who reads between the lines. I'm not talking about lines of coke. When you guys are all sitting out here talking about the VeVeverse and I'm looking at your eyes. I'm looking at the way you guys are talking about it. Listen, and some of you older gentlemen like myself are getting way too freaking giddy about this, and that actually gets me excited. So the fact that people are looking at this, because I expected people to be like, yeah, it's the VeVeverse. Yeah, it's your collectibles, but like the way you've been kind of going about it, I think it was it Mr. Who is it? Watched a couple good interviews. There's been so many lately. It was Danny the Bull, and was it Mr. V? No, I'm so lost these days. But anyway, they were just talking, man. Like his eyes started lighting up, and like his face was just like the way you could tell, like he was like a kid in a candy shop, man. Like he was like, "Oh, wait till you see the platinum moments in the VeVeverse." You know what I'm saying? Like that's the game changer, right? And again, we talked about it yesterday. Right now, you got to use a phone, you got to use a computer and look at it. Just imagine when you get the Apple Vision, where you get your Oakley Ray-Ban AR lenses and you just walk up and look at a platinum moment shining out. Oh, dude, it's gonna be so cool, man. Like this is what gets me excited.
When
Not
Oakley,
even what you're saying. It's just how you guys are going about it, man. Like, this is gonna be good. I'm pumped.
it does sound exciting. By the way, Oakley's going to have to give you a lot of money when they do this. They owe you. By the way, guys, just quick.
I'm gonna make Mowgli's. That's all.
You'll get a few seconds until we got the drop. Just real quick, we got Jeff in the house, Denny OC, ahoy, ahoy, Bruin 80. Thank you guys for dropping by. My biggest question is, can we see mints, like the mint of your collectibles? Is that here now, or is that going to be, like, how does that work now, or in the VeVe?
Yeah, I believe soon. Just because this is the beta part, all we're doing is just looking at collectibles, we're moving stuff around. We're trying to enlarge things as much as we can. And we're just looking for things that are imperfect. And then we just report that to the team. That'll get fixed and on to the next one.
Gotcha.
So with that said, the collectibles, if you place them in your showroom or your VeVe space, no mint numbers will be shown yet, I believe. But there is an option where you put like a little whiteboard, just like a little placard, like right underneath, and you can just type in your mint number. So it's kind of like when you go to the museums and you see a painting, and right next to the painting will be that little placard or two.
Sure.
And it'll say the artist and then a little more about the artist or the painting itself. But yeah, you can have placards. You set them right next to it and you just put down mint number, like 616.
There you go. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
no, I like that. By the way, thanks, Kid Arcade. Yeah, the wait list is open. Join it if you want. You do have until 5 minutes till. I know Mo likes to wait until like 8 minutes in or some crazy thing. I think it might work for him. So do what you want. Yeah, that also. I mean, I'd like to be able to show my mint. I know eventually they'll probably have it automatically show up, but that's good enough for me. And it sounds really exciting. Do we have any type of, I'm sure they're not giving you time frames, but have they any ideas of when they're going to like open up more beta testing? Because I'm sure that's the next step, not just to go right to everyone.
I believe the second wave of beta testers have been filled. And I think it's, pretty much already closed, actually. It's full, it's closed, they've all been verified. So the second wave should be getting invited here pretty soon. And they're working on, I think, the third wave of testers. I know there's already names on that list, but I'm not 100% sure when they're going to start rolling out the invites. But I believe the time frame for everyone to be in the VeVeverse would be by the end of this year. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
So VeVe soon is what you're saying. We got Woofy Bark in the house. Let's go. Don't forget, Kid Arcade is going to be having his trivia coming up here. So don't forget that if you want to go join him and the biggest bro. I think that's still going on today. Sorry, guys. I've been.
It's usually at noon, right? That works perfect for football Sundays. We did
exactly. So yeah, don't forget to miss that. That is a good show, good fun show. Always fun to watch. Kid Arcade and of course the biggest bro. All right, so if you guys want to join, you can join the wait list now. I want to see what you think from me about this stuff. Like, I'm excited. I know I'm one of the oldest guys in the space. So I'm excited. I grew up on this. I'd like to know your feeling, and anyone in the chat, if you're under 35, I'm interested if you're interested in this. Looks like we've got 79% going for it, which for me is above my 65% threshold.
Wow.
So that's good. So what do you think, Fromy? Give us a little bit more opinion about this drop.
I like it. I actually grew up watching Pink Panther, so
let's go.
I think B, E, and I are about the same age, right?
I'm 47.
Yeah, I'm 46.
Okay,
so.
right. But you look better than me, so I couldn't tell.
I'm not the oldest bones in the building for once. Holy crap, that doesn't happen too often. Jeez.
Yeah, because I grew up watching the cartoon. I think I said this the other day with my father. It was like Sundays at 6 Central. I mean, we're talking a long time ago, but we would watch it all together. So I remember that. So yeah, very, very good thing. Good feelings about it. And if you guys, it's a little bit long for this stream, but if you have not seen Bob Sale's video on it, it's really good, very good editing on it. You should check it out if you want a little bit more background on Pink Panther. But yeah, I love it. I'm excited. I did join the wait list. I'm probably going to just go for it. It's 30 gems, not financial advice. But if I get the secret rare, I'll probably sell it to, try to get the other ones to go buy the rare and the ultra rare. So what's your favorite?
Oh, I do like the animation.
Yeah.
On the rare, but the secret rare is that's always going to be kind of like the one that you'd want. It looks almost like a golden moment. Super shiny.
That's a
good color. I like them all, to be honest, man. It's just that pink chrome. I mean, he looks like he's going around the corner. He's sneaking up.
The pink chrome is fire.
Yeah.
And I think what they've been doing, the way you just kind of broke that down for me, what they're doing is working, right? Like put the animated on the most common one, which in this case is the rare, right? Give that some value. It's cool. It's animated. It's got the shadow, right? And then boom, scarcity right on the other end. So obviously what they've been doing with this is, even though most people don't like it because they're like, oh, I want the scarcity and the animation together. I mean, for me personally, I think it's been working. And I also think these numbers are a drop in the bucket when people actually realize what the hell is going on around them and they want to get to it. Like I said, right now, if people don't open their phones and look for the VeVeverse or look for things in AR, like, they're not going to find it. But the second that, again, glasses, windshields, and everything around you, and AR curtains and everything, like, when these things are built into our world on a daily basis, people be like, holy shit, what is the Pink Panther doing here? You know what I'm saying? And and how do I get this? You know what I mean? Again, like, it's not going to be like, ooh, someone has to tell me about it. And I have to go download an app and I got to go find gems. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much work involved right now to find your way to this space that when it's out there just punching people in the mouth and like out in the public, it's going to be so easy for people to just walk in here. And these numbers are going to be, again, drops in the bucket. I mean, agree, disagree from me. You of all people probably hear my talking points more than anybody, but
No, I totally agree, man. Like it's funny. Well, I was just talking to my brother last night about this, and we were looking like just long term. He's like, dude, look, even 30,000 comic mints that were dropping before, dude, that's nothing. Just imagine when we start going mainstream and people start seeing, and VeVe actually starts promoting, and actually has an actual commercial with any of the licensed IPs that they have under their belt. That's gonna be mind blowing. And you imagine just 1 million people on that, just 1 million. It's 30,000 mint. That's nothing.
And what are we at now? Like 2,000 right now. By the way, just real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you. I do want to make sure I stay with the chat. Denny OC says, what about the Pink Panther movies? Obviously, we have the ones from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then I did forget about the ones that Steve Martin was in. And I remember those two. All were very good movies. I prefer the original stuff. And by the way, you've convinced me now. I'm definitely going for it. Not financial advice, but I'm going to go for it. I mean, I was pretty much going to go for it. But yeah.
I'd put gems on my account and go for it my damn self.
Do you have enough gems the way to go for that, Mo? Or you're at 16, you're going to get aftermarket?
Yeah, well, I'm sure as hell not buying gems 30 cents on the dollar anymore. As a matter of fact, I actually never did that because I was always that guy who was like, I like to, sleep at night and put my head down the pillow and feel like I did it right today. And then I'm like, well, I'm getting fucked because everybody else is out there spending 30 cents for things I'm spending $1 on. But hey, here we are. Yeah, I might throw some gems in and go and maybe take the gamble.
Take the
gamble.
But yeah, Fromy, you're right about like, and Mo says it all the time, and I agree that in the end, this is a drop in the bucket. Even just imagine 20,000 people. I mean, I don't know what the reality is right now, whether it's 16,000 or 2,000, but even just a little growth. And of course, the people with the money, most people with money are going to be, 35 plus, have that expendable income, can take bigger risks and stuff like that. If they come into this space, even at 20, 30,000, these numbers are going to start looking, much better than they do right now. So I'm excited. I still think, we've got some hurdles to get through right now, but I see things are going to be good in the future.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Let's see here. Let's see. Looks like we're at 81% right now going for it. 26 votes, 19% no. Of course, it doesn't mean it's going to be worth more. Kid Arcade was saying he thinks it won't go below 15. I think that's about right. Maybe somebody drops it to 12, but I think in the end it should stay up. But we never really know, right? We always get a curveball thrown to us. Trying to think what else. By the way, I did see we've got a decent comic coming out on Tuesday. Do they have that posted yet? I don't think it's posted on Twitter. What do you think about that? I got to look it up again. I'm forgetting what it was, but it was a pretty early. Was it an Avengers? Or am I getting that wrong? I'm
So
still.
you
I
never
think
worried
it's,
about Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd like to cover a little bit of it.
Let's get through today, man. Let's get through today. We got Fro Ecomi here hanging out. We got football stars today. We got the Pink Panther dropping in 20 minutes. You worried about Tuesday? Live in the moment, man. Sheesh.
Well, I am living in the moment, but so it's Avengers number 16. Well, I like to get, we have Mommy. Now's the time to get his opinion. Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver joined the Avengers for the first time. So we got some first appearances there. So I think that should be a pretty good drop. Just out of curiosity, Fromy, what do you think about the comics? All these drops during the week. You think it's too much? You think they should slow it down a little bit? Maybe do one collectible? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah. So, oh man, I was talking to my brother again about this last night. We were just saying, hey, so what if we come to this point where all the FAs, all the major, number one comics, like all the golden silver age comics have been dropped. What will VeVe do then? Will they go back to reprinting AF-15? Number AF-15, is it going to be like second print, third print, or will they venture into some of their newer projects that aren't so well known? So I don't know. It's
Man, I hope they do that. I feel like that's not a good way, but maybe
they can't.
They could enhance him. By the way, we got Jimbo Lee Lingo in the house.
Yeah. Did you tune in yesterday, Fromy? Because we talked about this a little bit, and this is my true belief on the way this is gonna go. They can't do second, third prints of digital drops. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
These things don't expire. They're not destroyed unless, I guess, locked account, stuff like that. But like, these things exist. Just go on the marketplace and buy it. It's not like the real world where it's like, oh, I don't know where to find the print. Oh, okay, we'll just reprint it for you when you walk down the block and you get it from the comic shop, right? It's like foolproof. But it's like, hey, just go on the market. You know what I'm saying? Like, go buy it. Just get the print that, whatever, and buy the mint that you want to. Get the print, get the mint. But I feel we're going to have like upgrades, like $10, $20 upgrades, where basically you own the original comic and you buy a $10, $20 upgrade, and now you basically interact with the comic. You step in the first panel of the comic, and you see the entire comic expands around you and takes place like animations. And then you're done. Oh, I've lived this panel. Boom, move to panel 2. And now you kind of experience the comic. That could be like a module add-on type of deal, right? Instead of having to just sell you the same thing again. Now you have to go back, and it puts value on the originals, or even crappy old comics that no one cares about right now, or even some modern ones. Hey, maybe if they were animated and we can like walk through them like the old Comic Zone video game, like something like that. You know what I'm saying? You start putting things like that out there, now I'm interested. Now I'm interested in comics I would have never purchased. You know what I mean? So what do you think about something like that, instead of like a reprint?
Oh, I agree, man. I don't like the idea of, re-releasing something that's already been, released before. Especially with comics. I mean, it's we already got 5 covers. I mean, how many more covers do you want?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I totally agree. It's just there's going to come a point where they're going to be coming close to where all the great grails are going to, be put out, in drops, and I don't know what they're going to do next. Like, maybe, I don't know if they bring on another. I mean, who else is out there besides DC, Marvel, Image? I mean, those are the main 3, right? I mean,
There's some obscure stuff in the 80s. We talked about like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all of that.
Oh,
Those comics would do very, very well.
Yeah.
Well, again, scarcity probably would matter too,
You know,
but yeah.
just real quick, Denny OC makes a good point. That would be really cool if they had like narration of the comics, like you were saying. I think it's awesome. Like have an add-on, or maybe they animate the front cover and you pay for that, and you could use it as your cover photo, and it could be animated or something like that. I'm sure there's people that would like that. They could make money that way. But yeah, just don't read.
Yeah. Well, give people an option. Do you want to read the comic? Do you want to be in the comic and interact with it? You know what I'm saying? If you want to read it, well, then go pick it up for $6.99. Okay, if you want to interact with it and have it like a movie with narration, subtitles, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could probably have something where you're dancing on the subtitles in the VeVeverse, you know what I'm saying? As people are watching you, watching something else, man. It's gonna be some weird meta action going on, but I'm looking forward to it. So the question I would have for you, Mr. Fromi, first of all, as a man of service, again, thank you for your service. Always appreciate people who serve our country, because you ain't gonna see me doing it. If you ever see me on the real camera, you'd be like, yeah, there's no way I'm putting the country in this guy's hands. But I appreciate people like Fromi.
We all do, yep.
And
thank you for your support.
Of course, man, of course. And so my question to you would be, you talked about things left to come to VeVe. You know how I feel about Captain America #1. What are your thoughts on VeVe actually releasing Captain America #1?
Ooh, nah, I'd love to see it. I love to see it. I mean, I'm still waiting for.
No, but would they do? I guess the question is, would they do it in this type of social climate where they have to worry about the backlash? Like, there's so many people afraid to even put. You know what I'm saying? You can't even have like rallies, not even like rallies, but like would they have like open discussions on campuses anymore? Like, if there's a SWAT sticker, that shit's getting shut down like immediately. It's like fascist bashing and all this crazy stuff, right? Like, I'm not saying we see it that way, but I'm saying, how do you feel that VeVe would approach putting, you know what I'm saying, Hitler and SWAT sticker on a cover? Like that's like my main angle towards it. Not, oh, I hate Captain America #1. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think they would actually put that comic out there?
Oh man, they got to tread lightly on that one. I don't know. They get a lot of backlash if they did. Maybe if they did, they kind of blurred it out, or I mean, I don't know. Like, it's.
But if you blur it out, I think most purists would be like, then don't even bother releasing it, no?
Right. I'd be the same way. Like, I want the original cover. Like, I don't want any, modifications done to the cover. I'm like, no. But yeah, in this day and age, Mo, man, we almost got to watch what we say and what we do, and.
I know, on a daily basis. I'm here with BE trying to watch what I say and watch what I do, but I don't do a good job.
When you don't, I still believe, and I hate to say this every time, but I am Jewish. I would not be offended at all. I'm actually more offended by people who would be offended by that, because it's basically kicking his butt and saying it's bad. And, we're not trying to erase history here. That's the worst thing we could do. And that's what this comic is about. It's about taking over, people like Hitler and stuff like that. I don't see why that's so bad. I understand people will be triggered by.
Yeah, but you're 47. The people that make decisions in this world and be running this world are not 47. They're in like their early 20s right now. And they're the people trying to shelter everybody from pain and all these weird emotions that people should have, because it makes us the human beings that we are at the end of the day. Most powerful stories don't have it easy, all right? Most people are getting their asses beat on a daily basis, and they're picking themselves up by the bootstraps, and they're getting shit done, all right?
Too many slow things brewing, and Mo like this.
Right, definitely. But I'm saying, we are trying to erase history these days, and people will be trying to erase the memory of the fact that, it's not a bad thing for, the Captain America cover to be out there. But I'm saying, it's a bad thing of how people would, approach it and use it, especially when it's an NFT. You compound the fact of what it is on fact, but that's an NFT that people hate maybe even more than Hitler. Like, dude, we could have a real problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sesame Street was getting crucified when they were like, oh, we're going to make NFTs. Oh, you guys are supposed to be about the children, and you guys are supposed to be about this, and blah, 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 blah. Like, listen, if you actually read the fine print, that money was going back to Sesame Street. It was going to their foundation. It was going back to inner city youth, and it was doing everything that Sesame Street stands for. But just because there was a digital cloak on it, people freaking lost their minds. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, people like us, I don't know about Fromi, But like, I'm not gonna be the guy that's going into a Twitter thread of thousands upon thousands of angry people and try to convince them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't my job to try to convince people. I can educate them a little bit, but the problem is, especially on Twitter and these online platforms, like you say one thing and now it's like, now I'm getting hate bombed on my account and I got all weird shit that I got to deal with, all because VeVe and other people can't figure it out on how to explain NFTs or digital collectibles, you know what I'm saying, to the masses. All right, I mean, that was a long-winded rant, but yeah, like this shit pisses me off, man, because I on a daily basis I'm like, just release the comic, tell people like this is the history, deal with it, learn it, don't repeat it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, man. Like,
but maybe that's what you do, Mo. Make it an educational, time. Educate people about the importance of the comic, because I think it's important. Let them know about the situation. We don't, like you said, we don't want to erase history. There's a lot of bad things in our history, the world's history. We need to know about it. That is important. But maybe it's a good teaching moment. Just real quick, guys, you've got just under 5 minutes to join the wait list. If you want to go for this, join. Fromy is going for it. I am going for it. Mo might be going for it. I think we got 82% going for it. Not financial advice, but you know what? This is probably a good one to feed the beast, like I like to say. Put some money in the market, and if you get lucky, you get that SR. You keep it. Maybe you flip it and get the other two. Whatever you want to do. I think this is a good way to go. Did you just pull up Choo Choo's comment earlier? He said there was something. Hold on, I'm just going back if I can find it about the new Disney short coming out about the animation desk. I did not know about that. That's good for you, Mo. You'll be happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even faze me anymore when people are like, "Oh yeah, dude, you were right." But yeah, because I mean, it happens so often. Yeah, I mean, listen, this desk is iconic, okay? Yeah, I understand the corners are a little different. Yes, I understand it's not the exact desk the mouse was built on. But let's just, we live in the freaking digital world. So let's just kind of, separate reality a little bit and say, okay, this is the animation desk, right? Like, what could they do with it? Put something on it, have it come to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, put things, again, next to it, and maybe, right, because we have all the drops from this series, but I'm looking at like the Mickeys and the Steamboats, and they have that animation desk bottom, right?
Right.
Like a lot of these, and it's usually I think the animated ones actually, which now if you go back, it's almost like an Easter egg. But if you go back and look at these, like put these on the desk, like maybe something crazy happens, right? Like this is a chance, man, for VeVe to blow our socks off, right? Fromy, what do you think?
No, I agree. And and David and Dan, mainly David's been teasing for a long time now. He said, just about every time he gets asked about the VeVeverse, that there's going to be certain collectibles that will interact and do certain things in the VeVeverse that they're not doing now in the regular vault. So you might be right, Mo. I mean, maybe if you do put Steamboat Willie on the desk, he'll do something, and or maybe one of the SRs that's not animated gets put on the desk. Now that SR will be animated. Because there were certain drops there where they're animating the ones that weren't the SRs. And then the SRs were the ones that were just static. So I don't know, that might be changing.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really pry too much on the VeVeverse stuff. I don't want to get you kicked out. But I know there's a lot of talk with, animations and this, and I understand from my own game design stuff and platform design, where what I consider animation, or what other people consider animation, I probably wouldn't consider an animation. So maybe correct me if I'm wrong here. You just tell me you can't even answer this, obviously. So if people are saying you can move things or animate things in the VeVeverse, right? In my mind, I'm saying, okay, I can grab the object and move it from point A to point B. But if I'm going to talk about being able to animate an object, I'm thinking like, okay, let me put a joint at the elbow, right? Let me make, the shoulder, kind of like we do, like show like BE and like Adobe and stuff, like creating the joints of, the whole puppet, right? Like, right. As far as I know, that's not even a thing in Canvas or whatever it's called.
Canva?
No, Carnavis, whatever the platform is. I'm thinking of the thing you use, BE. But anyway, so like when I think of animation, I'm thinking of like, okay, I want to be able to animate like a wave, not just make my thing go to point A to point B and then bounce back. It's on a timer, you know what I'm saying? Like if people are considering that animation, like All right, they might be right, but I mean, do you?
My shitty animation, bro? My canvas stuff.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like that's the kind of basic stuff we're gonna get. Because why would VeVe ever give us the option to say, okay, you guys animate our objects? Like, why wouldn't anybody buy the expensive one if that's the animated, right? Like, and I know you gotta be real careful here, for me. So I'm just kind of like theory crafting in my brain, out loud.
Just real quick, guys. You got 20 seconds to join the waitlist if you want to
Yeah,
go
20
for
seconds.
this. Join it now. All right, go ahead. Sorry, Fro.
So are my expectations, or am I wrong here in thinking that like we won't be able to make these characters like wave, like they're gonna lock us into the VeVe animations, and then we just kind of like, I don't know, like put it almost like on rails, like an on rails shooter, where I can put my Pink Panther just kind of going back and forth in front of my house. Like that's kind of how I see it going down. Am I wrong?
No, I know you're good at writing scripts and codes.
I'm not a professional, but I think I'm better than most people might understand. So.
Oh, you are. You are. I mean, I've heard you speak about that, subject and topic a few times in the past, and you're like, I'm here, and you're way up here. So I think it wouldn't take long for someone like you to figure that out in the VeVeverse. Yeah, and you're right. There's not going to be any collectibles that should be. You can move the elbow joints and move the hands, make them wave. It'll if it were to be animated, it'd probably be more along the lines of what you said. It'd kind of be like going from point A to point B, and kind of on that repeat cycle. So,
which would work for me because I want to do my train tour. Like we talked about this and be like, have a good morning, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining Mo's Train Tours. And if you look to your left, you'll see Fro Ecomi's mansion. And off into the back, that's BE buried underneath Shelby Cobra's house. You know what I'm saying? No, like, but that's how I kind of see it. Almost like I said, like an on-rail, like a tour, and again, gets back and loops back to the beginning. Or, like in the animation world, you could do like a bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Don't have it jump back to frame one. You hit the end, and now you just go in reverse, right? So you come back. It's like a ping pong. It's called the ping pong effect, right? So, again, that in my mind, like that's kind of how I see them opening it up, So, I don't know. Again, I don't want to pry too much from you, but I'm just like, man, like people are like, oh, Mo, we're gonna be able to animate this, and I'm gonna make Mickey banging Minnie out in the open, and I'm like, no. I've worked with companies long enough with testing and like mainly in the gaming world, but like. That's why, I kind of have a good idea of what these people are going to look at and be like, yeah, we're going to let this happen, and there's no shot in hell this is going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of like on Cryptoys. Did you get a chance to check out the, I know we got 3 minutes here, but the Mickey reveal, did you get a chance to check that out on Cryptoys for me?
Yeah, I tuned in for a short couple of minutes, and just kind of in and out on the last live stream. I was driving, so I just couldn't really look down and look at the phone at two things at once, guys. It sucks. But yeah, I did see what Steph and Poof.
Yeah, Steph and Poof. Yep, yeah. Steph and Poof.
So yeah, I did see a little bit of it, and yeah, I wish I'd have been able to see more. I got to go back and watch it because I do love Cryptoys, and one of my favorite pieces that I own is the common Darth Vader. So.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I know he's. Yeah,
iconic, man.
It looks amazing, man. Like I don't know why. Like I love that piece so much. But yeah. So I mean, I do. I tuned in and I was watching Will speak. It might have been yesterday on.
They were on the Unreal podcast. They all kind of rolled through. I was actually driving home. And I was that and that's what I'm saying, right? Like how cool is that? You just like driving home, tuned into Nano and D, right? Good show in the first place, and then like bam, now it's like the whole freaking team showing up. Like holy crap, like that's cool, man.
I know, yeah, and that's exactly where I was tuning in. I'm like, the Real Uncommon podcast, they're just going live, and the whole panel shows up, and I'm like, whoa, we're getting all this alpha. Will's there, and I'm like, whoa. That dude is so down to earth, man. How could you not root for him?
He is. By the way, guys, we've got about less than a minute. I kind of went off so I could go snipe So maybe Mo will put my toilet shot up. We got Captain Obvious in the house. 45 seconds, and I'm gonna try to snipe the rare, the animated, and hopefully we'll see what we get here. I'm excited to see. I want the SR just so I can flip it and get the other two. That's kind of my play.
Cool.
See
but yeah, so what? I gotta know. We got this coming up. We'll get back to the VeVe second. But anything else? Any other projects you're excited about? You got the Cal for Batman #1 coming up. Maybe thoughts on Palm real quick before we get back into the Panther.
You know, isn't Batman #1 dropping on Palm next
this
week?
The 14th.
Yeah. I want to say on the early allow list only because I own
the Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm like, ooh, I'm going for it. So
nice.
It's kind of like one of the things you gotta take another crack at, you know? Like, I mean, it's just too good of a comic to pass up. But I mean, what are your thoughts on Palm itself? I mean, the site. I mean, do you feel like you feel like they got a long ways to go? You feel like they should scrap it and move to Candy, or?
You know, I have a ton of comics on Palm, and I haven't sold a single one. I tried. I've been landing secret rares, or you know, just the legendaries, left and right. A couple of epics. Is that their top tier legendary? Is that
legendary? Yep.
Yeah, I've got
legendary,
3.
epic, and down. Yeah, rare.
I got 3, and you know I tried to sell them, but I don't know. Can we even cash out on Palm? Or is that?
We were able to. I'm pretty sure they actually did bring it back.
Yeah. USD. What is?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's why the price is tanked again. Yeah, because it was away for a while, and then again, because I don't sell either, right? So I'm not here to sell. I feel like if I'm here to sell, I might as well just don't even show up in the first place and just let everybody else do their thing and collect, right? But yeah. So there is cash out back there, and I guess prices have shown it. B, did you land something good? Sorry, I know you were.
I got the ultra rare. So.
Ooh,
you got the pink chrome. Nice.
Pink chrome.
So now I'm.
Fro, did you wind up getting yours?
No, I didn't get selected.
Are you serious?
Wait, seriously?
Get on at 15.
Yeah. Look, Red didn't get selected.
Holy crap.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, like VeVe doesn't like me.
They do you, homie. Not cool. Anyone else get the SR? Let us know in the chat. I'm curious. We're down to $19 on the animated. If you're going for that, I'm looking for good mints. Haven't seen really anything worth going for.
I can't believe. Was there any other L's? Any other L's in chat? It's
a little crazy.
Yeah. I didn't think we had this many people on VeVe, but I mean, apparently there's data out there because you know I'm a big fan of data and analytics. But I mean, apparently there's data out there where it shows the amount of people on the wait list and
not selected.
Yeah, and my numbers are apparently way off. Holy crap!
That is crazy.
And now I feel bad because I'm like, shit. Like at first I wasn't even gonna go for it. Now I'm not even sure if I will, and I'm like, now I'm sitting here and it's like it selected me, and that's bullshit because I basically took a reservation for someone who actually wanted to get, you know what I'm saying, the actual collectibles. So it'd be nice to have a way to transfer those or something.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Just transfer the option to buy it.
Wow, $18 for the rare. I guess everyone was shooting for the secret rare or the ultra rare. And
what's the ultra rare at right now? I'm not even going to sell it.
You're at 38, 39.
Oof.
64, 63.
Yeah, I like the chrome on that lot. That looks really nice.
Oh, the pink chrome, man. Now that again, that to me, you put that back in the VeVeverse, like that's gonna look nice. You put some because again, you know, someone who's built quite a few third-person shooter maps or, you know, maps in general. I love, you know, volumetric lighting, and I love using shadows and, you know what I'm saying, like playing with the scene. And I know the way people are talking. I know I'm gonna be able to do that inside the VeVeverse, and I'm just thinking of all the 80s colored lights I can reflect off this pink chrome Panther
Right,
right
right.
here.
I know. You imagine that pink chrome Panther sitting on like a display piece, and then the lighting instead of coming straight down on him, the spotlight's coming from behind him, or just and it shows just his silhouette just a little bit as he's creeping around the corner, and have that
Oh,
encased
dude,
in
Cast in the
glass.
Shadow, yes.
Yeah.
He just got attacked by a clown? What the hell
Yeah,
was that?
yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Just adjusting here to snipe. Still have not gotten my rare. Ronnie Lido got 1941 rare. Not bad, not bad. Looking for that
Ooh.
1964 or 1963, 1964 date of birth and first appearance. So if you see those, don't go for them, please.
Don't go for him.
16 gems. I'm looking to pick one up, see if I can get one around 15 or 16. We got a couple coming up. Maybe we'll go a little bit lower. But I do think at 15 after there'll be a bunch of spots that open up.
Yeah, there's got to be a ton of people just holding reservations here, right? I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
wow. I still can't believe it. Target.
Oh no, I was just I was trying to read numbers back to you as far as how many are left in the. Yeah, there's 199 secret rares left. There's 536 ultra rares left.
Wow.
And for rares, there is 1,261. So 1,261.
That's pretty good. They've sold more than I thought, to be honest.
I can't even load gems, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh,
can't
glad I
load
tried
gems?
again. Holy crap. Oh, no, this is what it did to me on Luke or Black Panther or something. No, Luke had never put the gems in my account. That's why I started preloading. But yeah, it just told me payment failed, and then it just showed up in my account, so.
So do you have gems in there now to get it or no?
Yeah.
Let's see. We're still at 1590 on the rare. So I think the buy-in's around 15. It could go lower. Just looking for a good mint. Just saw 1550. Hopefully they can get a good mint. I think 3600 is the last mint on that.
Well, it never tells me what I get on the PC, but I did buy it. Like I said, I wasn't going to, but I said, you know what? Sometimes it's not really about the value and the worth of the collectible. It's about the story behind it and the experience behind it. And today, the experience was hanging out with the one and only Fro Ecomi.
Exactly.
Yeah. I had a good time.
I was looking for free, and it just fucking came up, and I missed it. I was gonna slam the table, but everything would have fell. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also not your table, bro. So relax, all right? Just.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so slow on that. Hopefully, Mr. V got it. I'd be okay if he got it, or KCBMW. Oh, that sucks ass.
Hey, Fro, you thought I was lying, bro. Oh yeah, I got the pencils, man. Pencil gang, all about the death gang. But I got that train. I'm ready.
Oh, Katrina.
There's certain collectibles that you don't really think about until you see them in the VeVeverse. Changes your whole perspective on them. You're just like, whoa, why aren't I? People stacking these. So, yeah, there's a few that I've seen as we're just kind of pulling up, just beta testing, looking for anything that's wrong pixels, wrong colors. As a few you come across, you're like, holy smokes, it looks so much better in the VeVeverse. Because everything's in its true definition form versus what we see is just a shrunk down version on our phones. So you're gonna be you are gonna be surprised, Mo. So
like I said, I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, you do a lot of scripting, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more of a visual scripter. I mean, I do understand, outside of it, I could do like C# stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, If you give me visual scripting in like Unreal Engine or Unity, I kind of like I usually know how to make the engine work, but it's kind of like the terminology sometimes of like, oh man, I created the wrong loop, or you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
setting up like an array in like Unity, for instance, is a little bit different than Unreal Engine for me. So a lot of times I work in both so often that it's like I'm just confused where the hell I am. And you know, for those of you that know me, I'm often confused because you know I hit these pens too much. But
You're
but
fine.
yeah, man, you that was a long-winded answer. Sorry. Yes, I do mess with some scripting.
No, it's good. I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised once you get access to the VeVeverse. I can't say anything more than that.
I know. I wish because I know it's given to a lot of people who you know spent time in the showrooms and built things in the showroom, and I feel like I kind of got screwed because when the web app opened and we were able to go into the showroom there, I spent all my time there, and then they locked us out. So I feel like someone like me got screwed because my phone's never been that great. I use like an S7. I mean, I work from home. I don't really leave my house, so I don't need a good mobile phone. I don't spend thousands of dollars on these things. I don't care. So, but I'm not able to use the showroom because it lags. I can't really do anything. But dude, I spent like 90% of my waking hours in the showroom when it loaded on PC, and now it's like I got screwed because they probably would have selected me. Like, oh, this dude's always there, you know, building things, you know, post. I don't know. I feel like you know, removing that from the web app probably ruined my opportunity to even get into the VeVeverse early. You know.
Yeah, you're not the first person to say that. I can't remember who I was talking to before, but they said the same thing. They were spending, and I think I had Samsung Galaxy something as well. But yeah, it's I wish they'd be able to count that as time because I think that's exactly what they went off of, just time in the showroom, time in the vault, and how many hours were accumulated, and wherever you were on that list, that's where you were, placed in the first wave or second wave or third wave of beta testing.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, because I don't think the team would select someone, just because, like, randomly, only because, we need someone that's, just a random name to select, because if they're not in the vault, they're not going to be able to give you any type of feedback, positive or negative. So it's got to
Right.
be
Oh,
those that are
100%.
in. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. For anyone out there who's like, oh, it should have been a random draw, like that would have been catastrophic
Yeah, no,
to
not
the
good.
to the progress. Yeah. You know, I 100% agree with that. But yeah, man, like I said, I wish I could be in there, and I mean, obviously, you know, I got the photo finish stuff going on. That takes up 99. That takes up 104% of my time, to be honest. So figure that shit out. I gotta I gotta reacclimate back to VeVe a little bit. You know, when the VeVeverse opens. But yeah, this train. You know, you mentioned when you put it in the VeVeverse, I'll be blown away, right? Dude, this is one of the few collectibles that when I put this in the real world, even looking through my phone, I was actually blown away. Like I put down the cars. I've showed all my buddies the cars. I put them full size next to their cars in their driveway, and they're like, "Oh, it's pretty sick." But the train, me, my buddy, it was actually like we were like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" Like the fact that I was able to like crawl inside, you know, one of the train cars and shit, and like I was like, "Whoa, this is trippy, man." And then like the thing when you hit the button and then it jumps up into the air and does the animation, I'm like, whoa, bro. I'm thinking like, because I have the Oculus. Do you have a the Oculus Rift or any of the headsets?
I
Bro,
don't.
me?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
So
Yeah.
me and my girl got the Oculus, you know, the cheaper Rift one or whatever. And even that one, man, with the low resolution screen and everything, right? Like, it's still pretty dope, man. If you could just kind of like let loose of reality a little bit and kind of let yourself go into it and believe, it's cool, man. It these Oculuses are pretty dope. So I was just kind of like picturing that. It's
Just real
gonna be
quick,
cool.
if you're going to go for the rebound, you got just a few minutes if you want to go back in. I've missed a lot of really good snipes, unfortunately. I guess, Mo, you don't have my toilet picture. I'm disappointed.
Well, the thing is, I don't really have a scene made where the toilet picture's there, and then we
Oh,
have a
gotcha.
guest.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna put Fromy just on top of where you were, but you know,
You could do that. Wouldn't. I don't mind being bottom bitch.
what we call because no, you weren't gonna be on there at all. You would be no bitch.
Or, that's okay. You could do that too.
You would be disappearing bitch, as Ronnie Lido is gonna make you disappear.
Man, I can't get any snipes. Oh Lord.
Oh, I got the rare, of course. I was like, is that the last mint by chance? No, it's not. Well, double whammy. But like I said, now when this thing's dancing in the VeVeverse one day, I'll say, hey, remember I got this on the Drop Zone stream. It was opening day of the 2023 NFL season when the Jets won the Super Bowl that year. Remember? Anybody remember that? And yeah, yeah. People laugh for me. You know what I'm saying? But we got Aaron Rodgers.
No.
We got a roster, man. We
I
got a roster.
actually thought they did well last year. I mean, I don't think a lot of people gave them a chance. So
Well, we had Zach Wilson last year, so I guess I couldn't blame him because as someone who's never played the position, I still feel like I can understand, drop back, plant my foot, turn my hip, throw the ball type of deal. It's like, if you played in a professional level, I think someone would have told you this, you know what I'm saying, along the way. This kid never heard that, you know what I'm saying? So, dropping backwards, throwing off his back foot, everything wound up at the freaking receiver's feet, running back's feet. But, like I said, we're excited, man. We have really good coaching, top down. Are you, you have a team? You a football guy?
This is the actually first year I'm not playing fantasy football. Like I've been playing since, gosh, early like 2003, 2004, and this is the first time I'm not playing. Only because it's just like in real life stuff is just happening.
Right.
Sundays are my work days. Saturdays are my work days. So just me being able to watch the live games like I did before, it's just not existing anymore. So for that, I gave up my spot to someone else who actually loved it just as much as I did. Would have the chance to watch the games and just enjoy it a little bit more. So I said, yeah, here's my spot. You can have it. And I've been doing the same league forever. So it's like it's a good old boy system where the guys come in and no one ever leaves until someone else vouches for someone else. So, hey, this dude's kind of cool. I vouch for him, and then, well, if you vouch for him, he's got to be good, and they bring him on in, and so it's and it's a keeper league too, so you get to keep a couple good players.
I've been playing for over 20 years at this point. I've never done a keeper league. It's okay.
Different. It's different.
Yeah, the dynamics change. Absolutely, draft dynamics change. I mean, holy crap, that's cool, man. Well, I mean, because again, me and B were talking about this too. Maybe next season, man, we might think about starting one up, and maybe you want to do something that's more a little just on the fun side, because again, like you said, if you got diehard guys, 'cause I'm in a pretty high money league, and I play some smaller, risk leagues too. But yeah, my big money league, like if you don't actually pay attention, if you don't set your roster one time, you're never gonna get invited back. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, man, there are people that dedicate their Sundays to this, and it's like and obviously things change, life changes for people, like you said, so. But hey, maybe we'll start up a little more casual, fun type affair for a few bucks, and I'd love to have you in there, man, because that'd be fun. Do you have an actual team? Like, you have a like an NFL team?
I do. And they suck. Carolina Panthers, only because.
Let's go. Yo, seriously, man, let's go. Yo, Kerry Collins. Went to Penn State, one of my favorite colleges. We don't have a college team here in New York, like Syracuse, I guess, but Penn State's always been my team, bro. Kerry Collins, right? Remember him? First draft pick, everybody Carolina Panthers. My favorite colors also happen to be Carolina blue and black. So, oh yeah, man, let's go. You got any jerseys?
Yeah. Do I? No, not now. I've got probably half a dozen jerseys, and I haven't been wearing. McCaffrey's gone, man. He left.
Oh, I know. I mean, you guys got Bryce Young now. I mean, number one pick. A little questionable. I feel like the dude. I feel like Stroud might be a little bit better. I know this is about the time chat's like, dude, just shut up and talk about VeVe. Sorry. But yeah, I don't know. So, all right, man. Listen, guys. Again, I always watch Carolina. They're my other squad. That's cool, man. And then VE, of course, he'll be like, "We don't have a team, Mo." Right?
Well, we did. Oh, damn! 10 gems for this. Watch. Yeah, I suck today. By the way, Fromi, I think you said you don't really do mint hunting. Is that correct?
Oh no, I do. Like I'm a big mint hunter. Like I overspend on mint numbers.
What are your favorite mints so I can start getting them so I can sell them to you?
You know, ever since I was on a live stream on the Real Uncommon podcast with Chris uh, and Denise,
Yep.
they literally changed how I go about mint hunting. So these two guys, they like, let's say Amazing Spider-Man #1 came out on March 1st, 1963.
Right.
So instead of looking just for the 1963 mint number, they've gone to look at, 3-1, which would be March 1st, 63.
Yes.
So looking for 3163, and or vice versa, 6331. So
It makes
any combination.
It makes sense because like in other countries, that's how they do it, right? They do it in the opposite order that we do in the U.S. So.
Right. Yeah. And even in the military, we go day, month, year, month, date, year. And so it's like it's universal almost. So.
Totally. I think that's a good way to do it. I just hope I get lucky and find one at Floor. That's one good mints. That's what I hope for.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I always have a question that we ask all of our guests. America Chavez, best collectible on VeVe, true or false?
Did you put a poll out there, Mo?
No, I'm asking you.
He's putting you on.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, you know what? Actually, so I had the America Chavez, the animated. Was that the rare? I think the animated is the rare.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put her in front at my office at work. I've got the American flag just right in front of my office. It's like a 6-foot flag. I put her right in front of the flag with the animation. Oh my God, it looked so dang good. So yeah.
Oh, dude, now we're talking, man. Let's go.
Yeah, and I took a photo of her, with the animation in front of the flag. Oh, so good. And I'm like, yeah, they don't give her too much credit, man, because even in the vault, I mean, it looks good. It's just in higher res and definition in the VeVeverse, it'll so much more better.
Oh my God! Somebody just put 95, mint 95 for 1440. Ugh.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't get it. I was paying attention to you. It's your fault. I was more interested in what you were saying. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, I haven't seen many come up that have been like that. Yeah. There's definitely been a lot of stuff I'm missing here.
I was reading Bruin. Listen, my take with America Chavez, right? And this is just pure speculation. If people want to talk about, importance of a character in FA, I mean, she's got that in spades. Apparently, she is the only character in the MCU that can seamlessly go between the alternate multiverses or whatever. She's got that. You want to talk about scarcity? There's not many of either one. She's got that. And like I said, that's gonna be dope. Like Fromi's talking about, because you kind of mentioned earlier, like talking with your buddy Fromi, or your brother. I don't know if VeVe really needs to make commercials, right? Because the same way that they rely on us now to do like the Vaultaholics and everybody like basically promotes VeVe on a daily basis every time they make these shorts and these cool little videos, right? It's gonna be the same. Because like I said, if someone's just driving around with AR activated windshields or windows on their Audi or their Mercedes, and they go driving by your building, and you have the America Chavez out there, it's like geo-locked or whatever, geocached to that location, right? Boom, they're just gonna look out the window and say, holy crap, look at that thing. It's America Chavez. Just, oh damn, it's animated. Like, that's the advertising, right? Like, that's the hook, line, sinker right there. It's not even like a commercial of like VeVe.com. Like, it's not even, I don't even think it has to be something so like outdated at this point, right? Like, it's just like you putting America Chavez next to the flag is what it's all about. When people drive by, they're like, holy crap, I need that at my house or my business, right? Like, oh dude, it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah. And I mean, look how far they've come. Look how many IPs VeVe has secured, and without putting out a single, commercial. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they're doing it, and it's just a lot of people don't. I don't think they give the team enough credit because they don't really know what's going on behind the scene. And, the team just really aren't privy to, like David, you said he didn't know. He said there were secret projects that are going on that he doesn't really fully know about. But I mean, I don't know about that. It's just the CEO of the company. He should be more involved. But man, it's a lot of things coming down the pipe that probably was not talked about so much. So maybe they're not ready for having commercials. Maybe if we all had access to the VeVeverse, maybe that's one of the boxes that need to be checked before they bring on maybe like a big time influencer that'll go out and go, hey, I'm on VeVe, check this out. Maybe that's the only thing they need. They just one influencer to just promote VeVe, and I don't know, like
that is all they need, right? It just takes one big person, and bam, that if let's say Mr. Beast, right? I remember before saying, like with Jurassic Park, maybe he had used one of the NFTs and everyone freaked out. Yeah, if you get one person like that, it's over, right? Like they're going to get even a 0.16% of 100 million people. It's going to change the game. So that is exactly what we need. Or a Super Bowl commercial. That's what I'm waiting for.
Ooh, yeah, I'd flip out if that were to happen. If we're just watching, the halftime show, and boom, VeVe comes up. Oh,
I mean, what about because the NFL tracks players with chips in their equipment, right? So what we could actually do is during the Super Bowl, like during halftime of the Super Bowl, you can go into a VeVeverse, made by the NFL, in partnership with VeVe, and they could actually just have like the NFTs themselves or the collectibles themselves playing out the Super Bowl inside of a stadium, right? Because they could take that real time, chip information and just boom, drop the data into all the collectibles, and now they are the players, right? They can even do it real time, which again would be another way to experience a game or an event, right? Like, don't like watching football on TV? Come watch the VeVe version, right? Nickelodeon does it now with the slime time and all this stuff. I mean,
right.
Man, dude, the wheels are in motion. Maybe not for them, at least for me. So maybe I got to get on payroll with them or something. But
yes, you just real quick, the Pink Panther's starting to move up a little bit. I saw it get down to around 11 on the rare. So it's moving up a little bit. So I guess that's good. I did snipe a mint 73 for a good price. I'm trying to flip that.
Good. Yeah, it's sold out. Out. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's kind of wild. Did you snag one from me? Are you gonna put the price settle a little bit, or?
I totally forgot to go for the rebound.
Oh man.
No, that's fine. I'll look for a good mint number. Maybe I'll look for what year Pink Panther came out, what month, and maybe I'll try to find a combination of year and month to go for.
I don't know the month, but I know 63 is date of birth, 64 is his first appearance, and 71 was the comic book. So,
yeah, I look for a combination of all of the above. Maybe the first movie, or Steve Martin's birth date. Like, I don't know.
There you go.
Crap, I don't know. I just paid a lot for 777, but I know somebody who buys that, so I bought it for. What do you think I can get for that?
Ooh, you said 100?
Yeah, I bought it for 100 gems.
Ooh, 777 for the rare or ultra rare?
No, for the rare, for the animated. But I think for sniping the mints, though, that's where you're gonna find the best mints.
Yeah.
Got 666 for 100. I mean, I know I can make 150. I'm just wondering if I should be greedy and go for more.
Oh, that's a good mint. Wow, yeah, you definitely get way more than 150, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. Sometimes I like to flip quick, but let's see. I see 88. You might. I mean, if you could pick one, if you don't care, if you can pick one off the floor near 12 or 13, it's probably worth picking one up because I do think this will move up a tad bit. Not financial advice. Somebody who bought 666 for 100 just put it up for 200, which I think 777 is a much luckier number.
Oh yeah,
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 it's a
seven.
little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's lucky just to have that number there. I mean, you think of luck, you think of lucky seven. So
Right. Exactly.
times three.
All right, let me see if I can sell my 73. I'm at 73 for 64.99. Make a few jemmies.
It's about time you made some money on a freaking drop.
I know, right?
It's been depressing. Work like 3 hours with this guy for him, and he makes like 47 cents. And I'm like, oh my
I
lord.
made like 12 gems the other day, and then I bought 420 blue Lambo yesterday. So I'm bleeding gems for this project. SR, by the way, is at 116. So nobody cares about that as much, I guess. So that's good.
Wow. And the
Wow.
worst part is, I have a guaranteed quota towards Shelby Cobra. So if he doesn't make, X amount of dollars a day, it actually comes out of my share. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying, of any income that comes into Skin and Bones. So yeah, so when it hurts him, it hurts me, chat. Just so you all know, we all suffer. Yeah, man. Oh, the phone calls are coming in already. I'm starting to get my fantasy football questions, and oh boy, I hope they don't do too many drops on Sunday. Because if he was like, yeah, if Romy can't make it, I was be like, well, guess I can't make it.
Right.
Yeah, no, there was no way I'd bail out on you guys, man. I had penciled this in on my calendar. I was going to cancel any appointments that I had for, in the morning. I'm, dude, Mo and BE, Skin and Bones, come on, man.
Yeah, no, we
Let's
really
go, man.
coming on. It's always fun to have creators come on, and you for sure. And sorry, I'm off and sniping. I'm excited about this. I'm spending money.
Get it, BE.
I think I've spent like 200 gems so far. So we'll see. I'll probably 361 for 550. I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. Buy the whole bundle up here. Let's see. The floor on that though is 16 gems. I think Kid Arcade was right. I think it's going to stay above 15. No, not financial advice, but it's sold out. So considering that it's sold out with this many, I mean, that's pretty exciting. So.
Yeah, that's the opposite of exciting, by the way. I didn't know Iron Man was back to 84.
Ooh, is it really?
Whoa.
Close.
I mean, it was at the point where we kept on saying 80, and then it went back to like 109.
I know, it jumped up. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the best looking animated collectibles on the app. I mean, yeah,
it is.
$80. Ooh.
I mean, does that say more about first appearance? Does that say more about the state of VeVe and the community and just people want to flip? I mean, what does that really say when, like you just said? Because I agree with you, it is probably one of the best, animated collectibles on the platform. Like, what does that say about VeVe at this point? If this is $84.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that, I mean, if I had the liquidity, I'd buy up the floor. I'd buy up the first 5 there from 80 to 90 to it gets to 100. It's just I can't. I've spent like most of my gems just going after mint numbers. Like, so I have Iron Man. I have Iron Man 2099. So 2099 for the Marvel 2099 universe.
Yep.
And there is an Iron Man in 2099. So, and my whole thought process was, I'll buy the 2099 Iron Man. I'll hold on to them. And maybe if VeVe releases more of the 2099 universe, because they released the comic book Spider-Man 2099, what if they start releasing all the rest, like Thor 2099, Loki 2099, X-Men 2099, right?
True.
So I've been collecting just a few different mints here and there, and I saw the 2099 Iron Man. Like, I'm gonna buy this. I like it, and I think I paid $249 for it. But it's the mint that I wanted.
But here, let me ask you this. So I bought the Thanos Warrior 1610, right? For 1610 universe, which he does appear in the 1610. So I thought like that would be the big thing. And then I'm like, I better sell it because I've been spending a lot of gems. I still think it's a good play for the long run. And I think those, that's one people have looked for in the past, the 1610. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that play? Was it worth it? I mean, at the time I bought it at floor, so it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, you buy that floor? Oh yeah, absolutely. I think as we start going into more different universes, especially 2099. It's more people are going to start realizing, oh, he's from 1610. That's his universe, and there's some weight and value behind that. So not all collectors, but the ones that it matters to, like real collectors will. I mean, because we're so early in the app, and I've said that probably a bazillion times. And if you look at where we're at now versus where we're at 2 years ago, I mean, we were begging for the VeVe-verse 2 years ago. We're like,
Right.
we went in, and and look at all the IPs we have now, and along with that, VeVe-verse is a thing. We can go in now, and I can, anyone that has access can go in and create anything they can imagine. It's wild. I mean, once Mo gets access, I guarantee you Mo's gonna be putting out some fire stuff. And I know this because I've seen how Mo talks about scripting. I've seen what he's done in the past for other companies, and he's talked about that as well. And I'm like, this is one of the guys that when he gets in, he's gonna tear through the VeVe-verse. And
for sure.
I'm gonna break I'm gonna break the engine as much as I possibly can, but in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Oh, for sure, dude. And thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's very kind.
No,
I appreciate that, man.
No, that's actually my observation. And I was like, why is he not in there? And there's a few other people too, like Kid Arcade. Oh man, when he gets access, Kid Arcade's gonna kill it. Like I've seen his facial. Have you seen it, VE? His facial room?
I've been to. Yep. Yeah. I visited there. Yeah, like the parties and stuff like that. You talk about that one?
Yeah. So yeah, just like that, Mo. Just imagine that room that that whole space he's created in the VeVe-verse. If he recreates that, because you can't move stuff around, right? From my understanding, you can't move the sofas, you can't move certain tables. They're all static.
On spatial, yeah, unless they're individual NFTs, and then you actually drop them into that spatial world. But yeah, typically you build like the model of whatever, the house, the mansion, the park, and then whatever's in there is static. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In the VeVe-verse, it's not. You can do whatever you want. They just threw you a box of Legos and said, "Mo, go have fun."
That's because when you talk about like the mint numbers, because you kind of nonchalantly said it earlier when you were like, yeah, well, you can't put the mint numbers on there, but they let you put like a little plaque. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think you're kind of like downplaying that, man, because it's not just a little plaque. Because like I said, you start giving someone like me the Legos. Now I'm taking rectangles, chopping them off. I'm throwing rhombuses in there. I'm like, now I'm putting like a bronze effect. I'm putting some like early morning lighting with some dew. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, and I know all of this is possible in that engine. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the way people are kind of approaching these conversations, I'm like, I'm so excited, man. And today, man, you're getting me really pumped up now.
Dude, you're getting me pumped up, Mo. Dude, because I know what your capabilities are, and you're on a different level. So once you get in, I think you're gonna fully understand what I'm talking about and what I can't talk about. But I can't wait to see what you put out, man, because with the box of Legos that they're giving you can create, like you said, rhombuses, any type of shape you can even imagine. Like you don't get just a square. You can get that square and you make it into a rectangle. You can make it as flat as you want, as tall as you want, as thick as you want, as deep as you want, as wide as you want. Any texture you want, you can change from marble to brick to cement to stone to cobblestone.
Everything. Yep. And you probably even change like the audio, right? Maybe like an audio effect of when you walk on something. If it's like, is it a metal object? Is it a stone? Is it grass or dirt? Like, all these physical properties, right, that these engines typically have built in. Oh my God, this is gonna be, they got to get me in, man. Like, my credentials, and I hate even, from me, I appreciate you talking so nicely, but like, I do have the credentials. Like, I have the #1 Fortnite creative map to this day. You know what I'm saying? That was not built by a professional team, right? Like Mo's grapple cores. Like, if you look it up, I missed such a financial opportunity there because I didn't really like making videos, but everyone made videos of like how to beat Mo's grapple course, and there's like millions upon millions of views because it went viral because it turned into like one of those quick, I can glitch it through the side and get up, because people like to beat the high scores, right? The high score chase games,
Right.
Totally.
which brings us back to like Cryptoids. That's why I think they're going to be very successful because I've seen it with my own work. Like, dude, it's still to this day like ranked one of the highest, right? And it's such a basic, stupid map. It's basically just a bunch of crap thrown on that you can grapple. I got things moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm saying, right? You put me in the VeVeverse with that. Now we might not be able to give away items or have, like maybe a game per se, but if we were all chilling right now and we all joined our VeVeverse, couldn't we just say, okay, I see all you guys. First person to get to the top and beat this or whatever, like, you win something from Skin and Bones. Like, we can do that. Like, there's nothing stopping us from doing that, right? So, yeah, you got me. Now I'm more fired up than ever. Like,
uh-oh. Well, look at the biggest bro.
He
has a good idea. Mo streaming photo finish live from VeVe, right? From the
VeVe.
100%. Oh, dude, if you do that, you better send me an invite to your house because I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna walk around where the live stream is going. You're on the live board. I mean, on the stream board. Like, it's gonna be. Yeah. So Mo, when you're talking about it, it was a simple map. It wasn't something really extravagant to you. It was simple, but to guys who aren't as savvy as you, you're like, man, that's an amazing map. So if you apply that to the VeVeverse, what you can do in the VeVeverse with your scripting skills, I mean, you'll be next level because we look and go, what in the world is this? And this is not just your normal VeVeverse home. You got moving objects, doors that slide across on a script that you wrote. Maybe you do like an escape room where each room, before we even go to the next, we got to locate something, click on it, and then the door would open. And then we go to the next room in your VeVeverse home. And we got to find the clue, solve the riddle before we go to the next one. And before the time runs out. And there's so many like possibilities you could be doing, Mo. Like I literally think about what you and your scripting skills can do for VeVe and the VeVeverse. You need to make a video because you would.
He's gonna break the system.
Don't miss your chance on this one, Mo. Like
no, I won't. I mean, listen, carpe diem, right? Like I will seize the moment, seize the day, man. Like I know this is an opportunity, and I said it to B a while back. He called me out. I was like, "What is wrong with you? What are you smoking today?" I was like, "Dude, I just got this feeling about VeVe lately, man. Like I don't know. I'm like, I feel like all the negativity is just kind of like after his conversation with Mark from HRO, when David had that meeting with him, it seems like from that point forward, I don't know if they gave him like the HRO blueprint on like how to be a front-facing, management to the community and how not to treat your fan base, and like it just seems like there was a big turnaround. And then, like I said, recently now with the VeVeverse, like I've already had this feeling, but dude, trust me, when I get access to this, I'm going to be going hard. Yeah, because I may or may not be building a 3D virtual horse track, in Unity myself, which I don't know how much of that they're going to allow, especially in the early days of like a custom, like a custom house, basically. Like maybe you upload it, you submit it for approval. It might take a couple days or a week, and they'll be like, okay, this isn't some weird pornographic, thing. Because people have been making phallic shit all the time, right? Like it's gonna be crazy out there. It's gonna be schlongs galore, but people be trying to like hide them,
By the way, just real quick, I see Mo Fresh that he's having issues with this DC account, and I know Michael Campa had an issue with them.
Yes.
He did.
Get it fixed. So Mo, put a tweet out, and I will look for it. I think. And maybe tag us in it because we can get that out there. Maybe tag Michael Campa on there because everyone like retweeted it and they got it fixed. So I'll definitely try to help where I can. Just keep contacting him, put a tweet out there. Maybe tag us in there so we can help out. And anyone in the chat, if you see this and you see that tweet, just retweet it out because it looks like DC, if they get enough pressure, they'll help people. Because you definitely want to get that unlocked for the 14th for Batman #1. So yeah, do that, and then we can help you do that. By the way, do you ever collect the Fromy? Do you ever collect the binary numbers or just the dates? Like 1, 0.
I do have
stuff like that.
I do have a few. My my collecting journey has evolved from
Right.
from certain mint numbers, like you certain after just what, I'm going after my birth date year and that's it. To
Right.
you know what, I'm gonna I'm gonna go after the year that it was released to the public, and then there's binary numbers, and then there's sequential numbers to gosh, there's I guess recurring numbers like your 777. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, I'm all over the place, man. I'm just a collector that just buys what I like, So
Yeah, I get crazy. So I sniped the 1001 for 30 gems. So, I'm just, a lot of times in my head, I'm going off of past market values. I know I've sold that before. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I got one in a bad market and made some gems. Those I'd like to flip so I can keep, let's say that 777. That's usually what I'll do. Grab
yeah.
special mint, some special mints to keep, some to flip, so I can keep some of the better stuff that I'm able to snag off the market.
No, yeah, I get what you're doing, and I kind of started out the same way, and now I'm to this point, BE, where everything that I have is just special mints. Like I don't have one to flip. Like everything, like, oh, dude, I love the number. I can't get rid of it.
It's hard.
So it is. So now every time I try to sell something to flip real quick, just to buy something I saw on the market, like I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. I'm like, oh, I can't list that one because that's so and so's debut date, and I keep scrolling, and before I know it, I went through the whole list. I'm like, I can't get rid of anything. Like
I know.
That's when you go click on the wallet button and you go add gems to account, and and that's where they get you.
It's like yesterday with the 420. I'm like, I'll just sell it, and I'm driving. And Mo's like, oh, keep it.
Imagine. Bro, I'm telling you, if they put those mint numbers on the license plate, oh, that car is going. That car is going crazy. I'll rent that from you.
All right, I guess I'm keeping that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that'll be worth just a little bit more in the near future, once everyone has access and you are able to put placards, or maybe the mint numbers will end up showing up automatically in the VeVeverse. I mean, I don't know.
By the way, here's my collectibles. Flooring his Pink Panther animated. Here, of course. By the way, if I missed you in the chat, sorry guys. I'm still kind of sniping. I came back on so you could see my ugly mug and scare you off. But thanks everyone for coming by. We appreciate it. And
yeah, thank you.
We still got about 14. Ooh, what did I just sell? How much did I sell it for? I think I sold okay, so yeah, whatever. I didn't make much. I made 15 gems on that 73, but I needed to get rid of it because of all the gems I've been spending. So there you go. See, I mean, I'll even take 15 gems. It's not a lot, but you just got to keep flipping, and hopefully you can pay for the stuff, because this is how I pay for it. Otherwise,
I'd
be in $10,000, $20,000. So let's see here.
You should do one of those my flipping journey, BE, like started off with a $1.99 comic book.
Right, like the paper flip. You know what? I did a video where I did flipping. I'm like, I made $160 gems today or whatever. And I threw it up on VeVe's like post. I would throw them up, and they banned me on my other account because they did not like it. They don't want people, because it's for collectors only, right?
Right.
And like it's their space. I just wish they had said like never do this again instead of just banning me. I think that's a little babyish. But they totally had the right to say kick me off, even maybe ban me, and then let me come back. But they never even responded. So that's how they roll. But
was this on Twitter or Discord?
It was Twitter. It was on Twitter.
Oh, okay, or X, yeah.
Yeah, or X now, right?
X.
Sorry.
X, go and give it to you.
I'm the same way.
I'll never change. Twitter started here. It started in St. Louis, so that's how we know it. Just like Panera is the St. Louis bread company, so I'll probably never say X. It's always gonna be Twitter to me.
Same here. I know I get corrected all the time. Like, I'm gonna retweet this. I know you repost. I guess. Yeah, I'm an exit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's like when I'm talking to my gaming buddies, because like I don't know if it was PS4 where they changed it from like a start button, and now it's an options button.
Oh,
And when people correct me, they'll be like, I'm like, yeah, hit the start button. They're like, bro, I don't have a start button. Like options, I'm like, you know what the fuck I mean. Like, bro, like just, oh my god, semantics, right? But
Hey, Mo,
B, real quick,
yeah.
you said it's a St. Louis bread company?
Yes, it is originally. In fact, one of the kids went to my high school whose father was a part owner of it.
Oh shit.
So
Okay, because here it just says the bread company, but my bad, from me, I didn't mean to.
it's
cut
not
you off there.
Panera?
Yeah, it's Panera, but it just says the bread company underneath.
Yeah, so
it doesn't say anything about St. Louis. We don't care
when I
about you guys.
college 100 years ago, they actually came to one of my classes I was taking, and they basically said, which they were right. They're like, yes, it was the St. Louis Bread Company, but who the hell thinks of bread being made in St. Louis? So we had to change it. And it was for forever it was St. Louis Bread Company everywhere, the few the places it was in, and yeah, now it's Panera. So everything that puts us on the map gets changed, or gets bought out, like TWA and all that, and then this city has gone to crap. So there's my little rant.
What were you gonna say, from each side? I mean to cut you off there, but
what was I gonna say? Oh, okay, so here we go, Mo. Once you get in, what if you, instead of doing a race horse track, you do a VeVe race track where you can, because we know the vehicles are going to be drivable. Certain vehicles will be. So what if you did that, and maybe just a simple figure 8 where people can bring their cars, line them up, and you can make, so in the VeVe you can make walls pretty much where you can pass through them, or you can make them solids. If you make them solids, you can't get through them. So
now can I put them on an angle and make a ramp?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, there. Now we're talking.
You could
wait.
You can make.
Are you doing this now, Fromy? Like you can literally build all. You're able to do this, or is this what they're saying you're going to be able to do?
No, this is now.
Really? Can we get your account? I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah. Once we're able to send out invites, I'll send them out. So, yeah, right now you can make ramps where you are walking on a flat surface, Mo, and then or driving on a flat surface, and you can make ramps where if you are going fast enough, maybe you just leave that ramp space for a couple of seconds and land on the other side. So I mean,
talk about physics.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you built like a simple, like a figure 8 race track, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to go get in the cars in your space and drive around and have fun in the racetrack. Because I mean, how cool is it? You're literally talking to other people from Twitter or X, and you're racing them on Mo's track, and then Mo puts in certain maybe little secret passages in the walls where they all look solid to us, but on the 4th turn that solid now becomes transparent, where you can actually take a shortcut and be on the other side. So
oh,
I mean,
boy,
I love it.
Yeah, my brain's already going, because I'm thinking like you're talking figure 8s. I'm thinking like obscure, like 80s grid, like Tron like shit. I'm thinking about bringing this thing up. I'm thinking about bringing this thing up into the sky for some flying around with some cars, getting some. I mean, if you could fly the actual DeLorean, the second one, I mean,
that would be cool. By the way,
oh man,
D and Hanano are in the house. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to D.
Hey D, hey Hanano.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. This is the Mo and Fro show. I'm just
oh please, you've been sniping. You made like $14. You made $14 today. Relax.
That was not a bad thing. That was a good thing. I was just gonna say, sniping. This is all good. I'm enjoying it. I'm just listening.
Right, with the Mofro show now.
The Mofro show, right?
Mofro.
That's right. No, this has been awesome, man. Like I said, I know we cross paths all the time, and we talk quite a bit, especially from an online presence, I feel. But it's always like, man, I'm on my way home, guys. I can't get in there. It's like you pop in. And again, thank you again for obviously the support always, man. We appreciate the the retweets, the amplification, just stopping in
For
chat,
sure.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we absolutely appreciate that because, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, you know, I kind of used to be like, let me just sit around, try to create waves and mess around, but it's really more about getting to know people like VE and people like yourself. And I mean, yesterday we had, you know, Biggest Bro and Bob Sales on, and so many good people in the space, you know.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's this to me, this is what it's all about, right? So we can talk about the money, we can talk about all that crap, but at the end of the day, it's the experience and it's right the adventure along the way. So
Hanging out with friends, right?
right, and this is why I get up, even though I don't really care what's getting dropped.
Like anymore. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our conversation's usually the same in the morning. He's like, "You ready for this job?" I'm like, "I don't even care what it is."
Right.
I was like, "You ready to hang out? You ready to hang out and just talk some shit for a little bit?" And he's like, "Yep." So
He's like, is there
Yep.
a drop? No, no way. There's not a drop. Hey, I mean, this was a good drop. Did you end up getting one from me, or you're just gonna wait until later to kind of check it?
No, I did. I ended up buying. I bought the rare.
Okay.
Got a mint number that I liked.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back in and try to piece something together for the ultra rare and the secret rare. So I do like to. I would like to complete the set. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
gotta.
rare. The secret rare was at 100. I'm gonna look at it right now. Oh, 122. It got down to about 107, I think. So it's going up a little bit. I wouldn't FOMO on that. It'll probably come back down a little bit. But it just seems like everyone who wants it buys it, and then the price just kind of stays, and they'll go up, 10%, up and down 10%. So it's a weird market. Man, I wish I got that last mint. I didn't find it. Never saw the last mint come up for the rare.
Wow. I'm very happy that it's sold out. So
Yeah, that's a big thing.
floor is just gonna go up from here. So
I'd like to say
yeah,
that we're responsible for that, right? Mainly you, Fromy, coming on the show, you know, increasing the hype. I feel like we have to be the reason why it's sold out, right?
yeah. I mean,
People
Mo's.
like to think we have that power.
Mo. Let me tell you this. So in the VeVe verse, let's take for instance the Avengers Tower, right? So the way it is now, it's in the vault you have it. It's really hard to get inside it and create and put collectibles here and there because every time you click on a collectible, the vault, the
Yeah.
the whole tower gets selected, and
Yep.
Oh, right.
it makes it really difficult. Well, in the VeVe verse, that's not the case because the tower itself becomes an actual VeVe home that you can build inside of and place collectibles, and it looks so much better in the VeVe.
Wait, so you're
And
saying that it like auto detects the fact that it's a tower and it's kind of designed to be housing something? Is that what you're saying, or is it because you blow it up so big that it can
yes,
easily become okay? I mean, either way,
yeah,
I mean that's awesome. Yeah, because I know people were saying like the cubes too. That's why we saw like a price jump on like the board cubes. I think they are because you can just blow them up and like live inside the cube, and that to me, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the kind of creativity that like I'm definitely gonna be bringing to the table and trying to find new interesting ways, you know, to mess with collectibles, make them, you know. I mean, again, like listen, there's so many good people on the VeVe stuff. Like the idea of taking these posters and turning them into shelves and different types of walls and like trust me, these people on the VeVe stuff or the showroom are amazing. But like I'm gonna bring another level to like you were saying, maybe with more of like the gamification. So yeah, man, like this is gonna be great.
You're
But yeah,
just
the
waiting.
tower.
You're just waiting to throw me off the tower. Come on, just say it. That's what he's waiting for, to put me in there.
well,
But just real quick, guys, if you do want the hard stop here, we've got 2 minutes because I know Mo and Fromy and there's football. I've got the wifey that's probably going to get me, and we know Kid Arcade's going to be starting soon. So keep that in mind. Because since you said you wanted to kind of get out of here, a hard stop. So
Right. I looked at it before. Didn't it say 12 o'clock for arcade? I figured we just kind of roll up and then let people. Or is it 12:30?
Is it 12:30? I mean, I can go for longer. I just was keeping it, for you.
Yeah. No, that's what I figured. Listen, 12 o'clock would be good, but listen, man, it's hard, bro. We've been trying to get Fromy on the show forever.
I know.
You know what I mean?
oh, dude,
Going.
dude,
Forever.
I'll come back. You tell me when, and I'll clear my schedule. and I'll
I mean,
come back
like I
and hang
said,
out with you, Mo, and UBE. I mean, dude, it's so much fun. I mean, Mo is like a Ferrari in the garage right now. You know, he's there. He's waiting to be let out. Like, I
It's true.
seriously.
He has the skills to pay the bills for sure. So it's going to be exciting. Yeah, maybe put a good word in for him so he can get into the space and start, messing around because it'll be fun to see.
Oh yeah. Well, I know a guy who knows a guy, so I'll mention to
There.
the guy that knows the other guy something. So
yeah,
drop a
I
little
could even,
bug
like
in
I
his
said,
ear.
I'll send you that link for the grapple core stuff because, like I said, if yeah, I think people see that they'd be like, oh, okay, so this guy might be bringing this type of idea to the table.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
send
again,
it,
like
send it.
that's yeah, I'll send you over some stuff on X. But yeah, I mean, dude, it'll be great because, like I said, you best believe when that comes out, we're gonna be doing streams. I'll probably be doing some tutorial videos on. Yeah, so real quick before we get out of here, you mentioned like the shapes and everything, right? Now,
Hmm.
back in the day, I know we're all old enough to probably remember this, obviously. Forza, the original Forza game on Xbox, it gave you the option to create your own. They call it like liveries, like the car wraps, like almost like skins for the race cars. But the only way that you can do it was they gave you basic geometric shapes, and there was no like YouTube courses everywhere. But I basically pieced together as many videos as I could back in the day, early YouTube, and learned like the idea and like how to work with basically like vector and like geometries and create. Dude, people would create like photorealistic shit. Um, yeah, I wasn't the greatest, but so anyway, so to me, like now when I take that into a 3D world, that's where a lot of my wildest stuff comes from. Because I can't draw. I don't have really many artistic talents when it comes to that, but I can visualize things. So if I have like the tools of like a circle and a rectangle or whatever, you just start creating all these new shapes and like you're saying, man, with the lighting, the textures. Oh, dude, it's gonna be a wet dream, man. The streams are gonna get a lot more interesting. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think so. I think you are going to thrive in the Viewverse, Mo. Like, yeah, I, hands down. I got no doubt about it. You'd be one of the guys who'll probably get pushed to the forefront of, hey, can you create this for me? And how many gems you want me to pay you,
Yeah,
or how much owe me you want to get paid?
dude, think about that though. What if you could? Is that something in the future where we're going to be able to maybe like barter, give comics, and have people do stuff for Omi or gems? Is that even something they've talked about?
You know, they did talk about having the transfers back, but there's a few things they want to iron out first because with transfers, I mean, you could do a lot of money laundering here and
Oh,
there, with transfers. So that was a big issue. I think Alex G just addressed that not too long ago. And yeah, once they iron out all the wrinkles on that, I'm pretty sure transfers will come back. But as far as giving Mo access to my VeVeVerse home, I can do that. I can go, Mo, I'll send you an invite, and then on the invite list there is the permissions. What can I give Mo? Well,
oh,
I'll
wow.
just check all the boxes,
Yep.
and you have full permission. Utilize all of my VeVeVerse collectibles, digital collectibles, and my comics, and I just say, Mo, I want this room red, this room blue, this one all Captain America theme, this one all Spider-Man theme. Have
Oh,
at it. So you have full range, and I'll just send Omi to your wallet when you're
Dang.
done.
cause I had heard that in one of the interviews, and that right there is gonna be crazy. Yeah, it could be. It could. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, sorry, BE. I might be like, welcome to the Bones renovation services.
Man, you got to pay your bills. I get it.
Yeah, and then as your avatar is walking around in the empty VeVeVerse home, you can go, well, this wall here is going to do this, and as your avatar is walking to the next room, this would be the kitchen sink, and then it's almost kind of like a tutorial of just following your avatar around and telling us what you're going to do before you do it, like a before and after maybe. So, I mean, I tune in and I'll watch that all day,
Yeah,
before and
totally.
after. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, and that will probably be a thing. And honestly, I could see myself streaming that in the middle of the day when me and B get done. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right, you guys catch me at 2 o'clock and come. I'm working on Fromi's mansion today. and I can kind of like do some walkthroughs and some some ideas about why I do things and how to build certain ideas. I'll tell you, man, this could be really really cool. And
And
I make
I
sure
think.
that forget.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, again, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was.
Uh, no,
Right.
I was gonna say if you do that and you have you show maybe 3 or 4 homes that you completed for certain clients, and go, hey, look, I created Fro's VeVeverse home, and he wanted this. Boom, here it is. How it looked before, how it looked after, and then you do that to a couple of other users, and then dude, your list of clientele will just go boom, and you'd
Yep.
probably be busy just building all day and all night, and at that point you can charge whatever you want.
That sounds like Will Weinrob. That's exactly what he did when he was a kid. He'd make like wrestling websites for people. So
Yeah.
Mo, you got a whole new job. You're going to be able to get rid of skin and just do
Well. Well, I do want to because I did check. Arcade was going live at 5 after. That's why I was gonna say before. So we'll wrap it up here in a minute or two. But I guess
yeah.
I want to say the one thing that people always said to me when I did tech support, they were like, "Yo, Joe, if this whole tech support thing doesn't work out for you, you should be like an airline pilot." So the closer that we get to like these, because I was like, and now if you look out your left passenger window, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for flying Skin and Bones Airlines. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see myself in like a VeVeverse or some sort of like weird world like this, from like giving tours and again like train tours, or in the middle of the day, like giving a house tour on like Fromi's mansion. Be like, but what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna take, once we can import our own images, I'm gonna take a picture of my face, my skin and my skeleton face, and on every house, every project I work on, it's gonna be hidden somewhere. It's not even gonna be 100% transparency. It's just gonna be like 50% like a ghostly image somewhere, and it's just gonna freak somebody out one night when it's like late night in their little VeVe home. They're just gonna see my face pop up, scare the crap out of them. But that is where we're heading.
You said when we can import images?
Yeah. I mean, hey, said I wasn't gonna try to pry, but yeah.
I've got So what I ended up doing was I took a cube, just a regular cube, and I wrapped it with an image that I imported for funsies, right? And then it looked super weird because it was just all stretched out and wrong. Well, you go in and change the ratio and tone it down to until it perfectly fits on the cube.
Oh, wow.
Little moles, skeleton head, perfectly on all 6 sides. So
Man.
yeah, I mean that's now. We're gonna have fun, Mo.
So I mean that introduces a whole new set of questions that more or less when it comes into like how do we upload these things, I'm sure they have to be approved. I mean, how many penises have you seen in the VeVeverse so far? No, I mean I get it. Obviously with such a small group you probably won't, but when that goes to a bigger scale, I would imagine they'd have to have some sort of like some sort of moderation on that, filters. Yeah. Well, actually, with AI and all this new tech, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? So, holy crap!
It's kind of like how it is in the feed.
So many questions.
Oh, dude, I'm coming back. When do you want me to come back? And I'm
Tuesday.
Listen, this is how we run the drop zone, right, BE? This is how we do it. If you got the time, we got the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Tuesday for the comic. I don't know if you're going to be working then. That's another opportunity.
See, Tuesday. Yeah, I'd have to leave the house at 5:30 on Tuesday in the morning. Yeah, I'd be probably on the road. So yeah, Tuesday won't be good.
Just keep us up to date because once we know,
we'll work it out. Like I said, it'll be one of them days you're like, you know what? I haven't had my fix of BE and that weird guy jackass Mo. Let me you know what? Let me hit him up. Like I said, dude. You know that all you guys that we fuck with on a daily basis, you guys have open invitations here, man. It's
for sure.
Nothing but love for you guys, man. Like I said, especially you, Fromi. I didn't know you from a hole in the wall, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Just some random banter, and now you're the Fromi, right? So dude, I love the space, and I love meeting people like you. So,
well, thank you for the kind words. You too, B. You guys are always been nice and polite and respectful and kind towards me. And I'm just the dude that grew up in the South. Love to join the Marines, and fast forward, here I am. So yeah, I'm just a good old boy, man.
We like real people, patriots, all of that stuff, because that's what we are. At least that's what I feel like I am. I'm not like, you know, I just want to be like everyone else and hang out with you, and it's a lot of fun. So
I know.
Yep,
Yep.
and I don't, he's not wrong, man. And like I said, he said it the other night on about the Unreal podcast, and I guess it's why I kind of, you know, when I tune into a lot of shows, sometimes I tend to, you know, mentally tune out, even though I'm watching it. Sometimes I'm like, it's not really my, you know, my cup of tea, right? Like, but he said it the other night, and I totally agree with it. It's not about the collectibles, it's not about the money, right? It's about the people. It's about the story behind the people, and again, getting to meet people like you, and you know, once again, thank you for your service. I cannot ever stress that enough.
Definitely.
You know, there's not enough respect shown to military, especially nowadays from our younger, you know, generation. They don't really see it the way we see it.
Right.
But we would not have the rights and the privileges that we have to run our mouths and do the shit that we do on the internet without people like Fro Ecomi. So, you know, when you wake up every day and you can go outside and have the life that you have, just remember it's because of people like him and not because of, you know, people like me and BE. You know,
Yeah, not because
you,
of me.
BE.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I'm just saying. So, you know, I guess I want to take another moment to, you know, thank you one more time. And any final words, man, for chat and everybody before we head over to Kid Arcade?
Oh, dude, love coming on. Dude, I need to be a regular on here because you guys are super fun to hang out with, man. Like, dude, like I can't stop smiling, man, because Mo got jokes and B's. I mean, dude, I love it when B's like, dang it, I just missed it. Oh, I had it right there.
Everyone likes my anger. What the heck? Right?
Listen, everybody's got their shtick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the sarcastic, witty one. You're the angry one. You know, and Fromi's just a man. You know what I'm saying? Hanano,
The dude hanging out.
yeah, you know, and that's what it's all about. So, yeah, we are gonna head over to Kid Arcade. I don't know if you have the link there, VE, to the stream.
I don't pull it up real quick if you want to go for a few seconds. Let me see if I can get that.
But yeah, like I said, thank you once again to Fro Ecomi for coming on. We're just a couple dudes hanging out. So when you guys take the time out, I mean, there's no strings attached to any of this. We just want to hang out, have a good conversation. So anytime, brother. And when I make the America Chavez versus Electra Rumble Room in my house, I'll make sure that you have to be there for the ribbon cutting ceremony. All right, I'll make sure that no one steps in that room until me and you were the first ones walking through, and we get to take our little avatar pictures. You know what I'm saying, next to Chavez and Electra.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like the Rocky thing with him and Apollo. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. So
yeah,
absolutely.
that should take you. That link should take you to Kid Arcade. We don't have like, you know, throw eggs, or we need to come up with like, you know, everyone who goes over there does something crazy, you know, from us. Mo, any suggestions? Any emoji?
I mean, we could always, you know,
skeleton.
Yeah, we'll figure about it. Cause it was like, was it ludicrous? Throw them bones. No, I'll throw them bones. But yeah, maybe we'll work on it. But just go over there, say hello, watch the show, enjoy it. Fromi, thank you again, man, for coming to hang out. Look forward to seeing you back soon.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
yes,
thanks everyone in the chat for coming in. We appreciate it. You know, it's very nice for you to take your time to be here, Fromi. Again, thank you. It's great having you, Mo. Obviously, it's awesome to get to do this with you all the time. So I think you're going to take us out from here, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, VE. Enjoy the rest of your day. Everybody enjoy your weekend. See you over at Arcade's chat. I'm going to go watch some football, and hope I didn't waste a lot of money on fantasy football this year. Be kind. Rewind. Peace.
Peace.